In Jujutsu Kaisen, the fight between Yuji and Mahito is one of the most well-written and interesting fights I've seen in a shonen. You are left asking yourself, is Mahito wrong for following his nature as a curse, or is Yuji too naive to think that he can save everyone? This fight is able to portray a sense of morality I haven't seen since On Honor. In both cases, they are right for following their ideals based on their nature, and the parallel between Yuji and Mahito is damn near flawless. It shows the two sides of humanity. As I go more in depth about both characters, you will realize that Yuji and Mahito are the same in many ways. But before we start off, we need to analyze the first encounter to give us more context about the dynamic later in the series and what it represents. The first time we were introduced to Mahito, we learned that he's a curse created from the fear of other humans. That's why he's the only one of the disaster curse that has a human-like form, which makes sense because Jogo even states after his fight against Sukuna or during the fight that Mahito is the closest thing to a human because he's the mirror, so it kinda makes sense. He's pretty much the embodiment of all the hatred as a curse. That's why he presents himself with humanity's worst traits: violence, selfishness, deception, and a lack of care for the other that he kills. On the contrast, Yuji is defined by his humanity, his kindness, his willingness to save the others no matter what, his empathy for the human that he has to kill, as he felt remorse killing the Blood Brothers later in the series. And the parallel between those two characters is put into action to the interaction with Junpei. Mahito deceptive with Junpei, controlling him at his lowest, and is the reason his mom died, while Yuji is always kind around him, compassionate, and even when he fell down a dark path, Yuji was ready to help him. Mahito was trying to bring out the worst side of Junpei, while Yuji was trying to bring out his best. Now that we have the basis of the dynamic covered, we can finally talk about the fight in Shibuya and explain what makes it so special, cause to this day, even though Gojo vs Sukuna is probably the peak in terms of hype, I think this is the better fight because it's so much more contained and better executed. There's no roping in that fight. Okay, Gojo vs Sukuna is peak, Gojo is my guy, but anyways, in their fight in Shibuya, represented with the idea of, are Yuji and Mahito the same? At first it sounds kinda crazy, but as you continue to read the fight in the series, you quickly realize that they are not that much different. During the Shibuya incident, Yuji, after losing the Choso, also has the guilt of the 100 people that Sukuna killed. The story is set up at this point to bring down Yuji at his absolute lowest, and to make matters worse, Mahito kills Nanami in front of him. The person will acknowledge him as the Jujutsu sorcerer. As he lets his anger take over him, Mahito makes the remark that both of them are the same. Yuji asks him, why does he keep killing humans? But as a reader, I always ask myself, from the point of view of the curse, why does sorcerer keep killing curse with no remorse, just like Mahito kills humans without a second thought? Isn't he justified from his nature? Of course Mahito is evil, that's his nature as the fear of other humans, but him exercising or him killing humans is the same way he sees humans killing curses. So from that point of view, isn't Mahito right to think that he's the same as the humans? Cause he was trying to portray that idea of human killing curses and curse killing humans, and then when you flip them, it's basically the same, just a matter of perspective. So I think that's a really interesting way to think about them. But as Yuji is in denial of that fact, Mahito's goal from now on is to break down Yuji completely, and Quixotic is his final target. Even though it was for a short moment, Quixotic was about to help out, and Yuji felt like it was possible to overcome the guilt of letting innocent people die. He felt like he was not alone in this battle and that they could take down Mahito together. But that moment of hope was short-lived as Mahito kills Nobara, and Yuji is at the lowest he's ever been. The death of Quixotic. The death of Nanami. The loss against Choso. And 100 of people that Sukuna killed. Yuji completely broke, but at the same time, in a reverse way, Mahito never felt better. He felt like a true curse and hits a black flash on Yuji and goes on to absolutely destroy him physically and mentally, as he states.
This is war, a clash of ideals. You are me, Yuji Itadori. I kill without a second thought as you save people without a second thought. The instinct of a curse against the so-called dignity obtained by human reason. Tell me, Yuji Itadori, have you kept count of the curse that you killed? No, just like you, I don't care about how many people that I killed.
Earlier, I mentioned why do sorcerers keep killing curses, and Mahito poses the same question. From his point of view, he's just like Yuji. Does Yuji care about the non-human curses that he killed? No, just like Mahito doesn't care about the human that he killed. If the curse had a society just like in the series, from that point of view, are they the same as the Jujutsu sorcerer? But as Yuji is ready to give up, he says, but his brother, Todo, with the coolest interest in the manga, we are the exception, and gives him a speech about how according logical meaning to death of your companion is useless and the gifts will only make you weaker. It's only by carrying the world and moving forward that the death can have an impact and can have a true meaning. That's what being a true Jujutsu sorcerer means. After that, the fight just goes crazy. Black flash after black flash after black flash, the 120% movement, the 0.2 domain expansion, Mahito's awakening, Todo's speech about the acclamation of the soul, the choreography, everything in this fight is the peak of Jujutsu Kaisen if you ask me. But at last, we finally got to the most important part of this fight. After Yuji hits the cleanest black flash on him, he finally admits that he's just like Mahito. He doesn't deny it, but it's not going to change anything. He's going to keep killing curses because that's his duty as a Jujutsu sorcerer. He doesn't need a reason for his action of killing curses. At the end of the day, he's just part of the cog for a greater cause. If his action have an effect in 100 years, maybe that will be the reason or the meaning behind his action. From this one on, we get such an incredible panel of Yuji becoming the predator and Mahito becoming the prey. Just before finishing, I wanted to have some quick thoughts about Mahito as a villain. I think he's incredible. He's definitely my favorite in recent shonen. It's crazy because at first I really didn't like Mahito. I thought he was evil for the sake of being evil without trying to go deeper to understand him. I had this idea of characters being bad and not well written if they didn't have a backstory or justifiable motive, like I don't know, pain, Madara and all those people. It's only after my second reread of Shibuya that my perspective changed on that matter. I found that Mahito is absolutely incredible. His dynamic with Yuji is so great, and it kind of opened my eyes on backstory not being necessary for a character. It's all about execution, which is kind of ironic because my favorite manga is Hunter x Hunter and almost no villain has a backstory except Chrollo, but that was like 20 years later, so I think it's kind of funny. But on a final note, this fight was such a roller coaster in both ways. The two sides of the same ideals displayed in such an incredible way. For me, I think this is modern shonen at its finest, and since then, maybe Gojo vs Sukuna was close, but I think that's the best fight in Jujutsu Kaisen and in recent shonen. But that would be all for me. Don't forget to like if you enjoyed and subscribe, of course. I'm trying to hit 1,000 subs by 2024. I don't know if it's possible, but I got many videos that I want to do, so I'm going to work for it. But thank you for watching and stay safe.